What's up, people? Welcome back to the weekly What's Up with Wigwam. As always, I'm your host with Wigwam, and this is the not so weekly show. Today we're going to talk about Spider-Man Far From Home. The movie finally came out. I'm a huge Spider-Man, so I'm very excited to get to finally talk about the actual movie and see the movie, but mostly talk about it on the internet because that's what's popular now. Also, we're going to talk about my new Mario Maker 2 contest, and then that's pretty much going to be it. It wasn't that exciting of a week overall, but there's a few specifics in there that I think will make a good show. Let's get into that. So first up, yes, Spider-Man Far From Home is finally out in theaters. The first movie after Endgame and the final movie of the Infinity Stone saga, as they are now retroactively starting to call it, as they realize that they can continue to make money forever and ever in the MCU with new sagas. Now, this review is going to be mostly spoiler-free, no major spoilers, so don't worry if you haven't seen the movie. There will be, I guess, some Endgame spoilers if somehow you still don't know what happens in Endgame. Well, welcome to the first day of being outside from under that rock. It was probably very cramped and heavy under there. This is our first real deep dive into the world post-Thanos snap and everybody also coming back, post-Iron Man sacrificing himself, post-losing all of these great heroes in the final battle against Thanos and how the world is coping with it. We pretty much just sail right past that. It's mentioned, it's briefly touched upon, they do a little bit of world building with it, but for the most part, it's largely ignored, which is somewhat disappointing to me all in all. I feel like they've written themselves into this huge hole, kind of, and I'm interested to see how they can get out. No matter where they go in the universe, Thanos' snap affect all living life from one end of the galaxy to the other, so no matter where they go, what movie they're set in, they're gonna have to mention the snap in some ramifications. It's an interesting concept for the MCU to be tackling, but not one they really cared to tackle too much in Spider-Man. As everybody knows, Tom Holland is back as everyone's favorite web-slinging superhero, and this time he's on vacation! Yes, Tom Holland just wants to kick back and spend some time getting over that whole my mentor and father figure tragically sacrificed himself thing that happened a few months ago. But Nick Fury has other plans for him. Tom Holland has really owned this role like no other Spider-Man before him, and as expected, he continues to nail it in this movie as well. He nails the nerdy, awkward teenage Peter Parker, as well as the flip side of that coin, the quippy, quick-witted Spider-Man character. That's one thing that I felt all the old Spider-Man movies typically fell flat on, was that Spider-Man and Peter Parker have almost very different personalities at times. Peter Parker's always kind of quiet, awkward, shy. Spider-Man is so in your face with his over-the-top jokes that he gets on everybody's nerves. It's just two very different sides of his personality, and well, I always felt like Tobey Maguire was like a decent Peter Parker and Andrew Garfield was a decent Spider-Man. Neither of them had the total package that Tom Holland offers. And it's not just Tom Holland that's doing a great job. The supporting cast in Spider-Man Far From Home remains just as excellent as in Homecoming. MJ and Ned are great. Flash is fun, but sadly pretty underutilized as they gave his high school Peter Parker antagonist bully role to somebody else. They just kind of replaced him in that capacity. And the guy they replaced him with was not anywhere near as interesting as Flash. So that was a little bit of a bummer, honestly. And to me, the biggest standout in the supporting cast would be Martin Starr as their teacher. Martin Starr nails the role of the nervous, out of place, over-the-top teacher, the overprotecting, doesn't really know what he's doing, totally panicky, nervousy science teacher. He is even better than he was in the last movie. He's fantastic. Pretty much all the acting is good, and of course you're gonna wonder how Jake Gyllenhaal, well, it's Jake Gyllenhaal, you know, you don't have to worry. Jake Gyllenhaal kills it, he nails it, he's a great Mysterio, very compelling antagonist for this movie. Mysterio is certainly one of the most creative villains the MCU has tried to take on, but that's not saying that much since half of all MCU villains are just like the nega version of that superhero. Black Panther, Iron Man, the Incredible Hulk. But where this movie fell short for me was its lack of surprises or wanting to push the envelope. The movie really follows the formula. You know, the superhero movie formula about when the villain first is introduced, what the hero does, the when they win, when they lose, down pretty much to the letter. In this movie, I would say any twists and turns that it was possibly trying to throw at the audience, I could see from like a mile away, and I certainly wasn't the only one. All of my friends, as we left the theater, that was pretty much our #1 consensus, was that this movie was predictable as hell. It plays it very very safe, which is a little disappointing in a post-Infinity War world where we know that superhero movies can really just go out there and do crazy stuff. I didn't expect any huge major twist from this movie, don't get me wrong, it's just that the story itself is so very formulaic that at this point it's a little disappointing. 10 years into MCU movies and we're still seeing some movies rely so heavily on the most basic superhero journey story that I think they just really can't get away with it anymore. It's been done to death by them. Like, the MCU themselves have no one to blame for oversaturating the market with that basic storyline than themselves. I mean, don't get me wrong, this movie does have the usual Spider-Man charm, the comedy, the MCU humor and quips, all of which I am a big fan of. I love that kind of stuff. I love these kind of movies. So to me, I enjoyed the movie 100%. I love Spider-Man, I love MCU movies. This movie was pretty much just checking off all the boxes for me. I was a little pandered to, essentially. There were especially even scenes later on that I can't specifically mention, but I'll just say they involve some certain music choices and characters that felt very directly, obviously, lazily pandering towards MCU longtime fans, and that's not a totally bad thing, but it's also definitely a very lazy thing. So at the end of the day, I'd say go into Spider-Man with expectations that you're getting pretty much just another MCU movie with Spider-Man and you'll probably be happy. If that doesn't sound like something you're interested in, then I would probably stay away from this one, at least until it hits the home DVD, Blu-ray, digital download shelves. So this week I'm announcing a Super Mario Maker 2 contest. I've been having so much fun playing Super Mario Maker 2 and even started finally pushing myself to make some of my own levels that I thought, why not bring a little bit of joy and competition to the table in the Mario Maker world. I'm going to try to keep the rules of this contest pretty simple. This first week will be my theme, but from this week on I want to try to get help from the community to pick themes. I'll be listening to your interactions on chat and on the streams and in the Discord to pick what theme we're going to choose for the week. When I announce the contest, you have until the following Sunday to create a level using that specific theme and submit it to Discord. You need to submit it into my Discord in the Mario Maker channel prior to the start of the Sunday stream. The Sunday stream will go on at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, where we will play all of the submitted levels, and we will be picking our favorites. And I said, yes, because this is not just a contest where I will be picking a winner, it is a contest, and I'm only going to really try this and hope nobody screws this over, but we are gonna pick a winner. I will pick one $5 eShop gift card winner, and you, the chat on the Sunday stream, will have a live straw poll, and you will also pick a second winner of another $5 eShop gift card. Now, I'm going to encourage everybody to please vote for somebody who is not themselves. Now, unfortunately, I don't have any way that I can stop you from voting for yourself, but in the faith of good community and support, I want to really encourage all of you to vote for other people's levels. If it seems that anybody is abusing the system, if somebody gets, I don't know, 100 votes for their little Mario Maker thing when we have 10 people in stream, any obvious sort of cheating or misrepresentation or abuse of the voting system like that will result in not just a forfeit of their win, but also a cancellation of the community voting winning side of this contest, which I'm hoping to make at least a semi-regular contest every week or 2 weeks. I haven't totally decided yet. We'll see how the first one goes. But so don't ruin it for everybody. This could be a really fun thing for the whole community. I really want to give you guys the opportunity to select one of the winners. I think that would be cool, or even it could be the same person who wins both. But it's up to you guys not to ruin this. I'm counting on you, internet. I probably shouldn't, but I am. So with all that in mind, the first theme is Mega Man. I want to see your best Blue Bomber inspired Mega Man style Mario Maker levels. However you want to pull that off is entirely up to you. I'm only providing you the theme. Everything else is up to you. Do you want to base it on NES Mega Man, Mega Man X? Do you want to use Battle Network somehow? I don't know how the hell you would do that, but I'd love to see what you got. I will be judging my levels based on a criteria of how fun they are, how well they use the theme, how well made they are, and really just personal taste. Sorry, that's just the only way I could really judge a contest for the best one. And chat will vote for whichever one they like. I can't tell you what the hell chat's gonna vote for. It's chat. They terrify me, quite frankly, so just best to appease them as best as possible. But that's it. Let me know. Get to work. Make sure to submit those by 2 p.m. Eastern time in my Discord. Links down below for the Discord. And make sure you have rang that notification bell on my channel if you want to be notified when that stream goes live. If you are not there on the stream when the voting happens, well, you're just going to be missing out, quite frankly. You could still win, but you're going to be missing out on a lot of fun. And the voting, which, you know, you want to get in there and you want to get your vote cast. If you have any ideas or criticism for this contest as well, feel free to go ahead and slap it down in the comments section down below. I'm totally welcome to more feedback about how to best run this contest for all of us, because I think it's going to be really fun. I want to try to do it, like I said, repeatedly as long as Mario Maker is still out there having a passionate fan base, one of whom I think I'm kind of now counting myself in, because that game is really addicting. Really addicting. But you know, let's see how it goes. First week trial run, we'll all hope for the best. And that's pretty much it for this week. That was what was up this week with Wigwam in the community. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. A couple of last minute announcements. I was on a show called the Sick Boy Lounge, which is a Twitch show. I know a couple of you came by and joined me. I did like a 2.5 hour long interview. Links down below if you want to check out the VOD for that video, or drop that guy a follow. Sick Boy Lounge is a great host. He has a great guest on and he makes great conversation. It's a very entertaining show and I counted myself very lucky to be invited on. Huge shout out to my Patreon supporters. You guys with your support is just over the top amazing. I love you all. So thank you to Cassie and Joel for your $1 tiers, and thank you to Nick for your $5 tier. I mean, that kind of stuff helps me so much. Growing that Patreon is pretty much essential to the longevity of this channel, to be able to constantly produce content as much as I do. I love all of you guys. Anybody who supports this channel in any way though, I love all of you. Your likes, watching the streams, commenting on the videos, sharing the videos. There's so many ways you can help support me if you want. And I just really appreciate everybody who spends any amount of time supporting this channel. It means a lot to me. All I want to do is bring entertainment to you guys and hopefully put a smile on your face. And when you guys give me a thumbs up or any sort of support, it puts a smile back on my face, and I think that's just a really special thing. But not to get too sappy, I just really love you all, my community. You're so great. But that's it. I'm done. This is the weekly What's Up. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to join that Discord and get making those Mario Maker levels. I will see you guys on a stream soon, and definitely I will see you on that Sunday Mario Maker stream. Goodbye, people. Click a link.